So I was thinking the other day, I've got Void, Edge of Existence, the 3D RPG, which I developed and designed myself and released. And I wanted to expand the Void even further. So therefore, I actually wrote up a ton of lore about the world that I had envisioned about 10 years ago and just tried to compile all that information. That's currently on the website. I've started the manga. The manga's actually doing rather well. I've just released a ton of new pages for you all to go check out. And sorry, it's been a long time coming. I've also released a 2D based game in a three-dimensional world called Alone, which is all about the Aura Forest and some of the Iranian soldiers that got lost in there with Kazesh, who's hunting you down. You've got to stay alive till basically daylight, and that is the end of the first day, and it's basically survive as long as possible while shooting fireballs at random cuckoo things. Yeah, but now I'm like, well, what should I do? The manga's coming out, but it's coming out slowly. I want to talk about Void more. I want to make loads more Void stuff. I want to build out this world, and the thought came to me, why don't I just take what I like to do and world build and put everything in this noggin into a literal world? So therefore, I have gone about the aspect of taking the world map, which we've got on the screen right now, and basically turning it into a 3D world. This means that the grand continent of the Iranian Empire is now in Unreal. Yes, I spent the better half of a day building that out and structuring all the mountains and everything and all of the landscape. I've decided to build out this world by creating a 2D elements in a 3D world. Basically, I'm making a void of Skyrim. So a Skyrim about Void, or a World of Warcraft offline on Void, to build out the entire world. And I just figured that is the world building project I know I can do. Writing is not my thing. I have published a book before, but that's not the point. The thing is, literally, I like to build stuff, and I'm not that great of an artist. I am not an artist, to be precise, but we now have a base world. This is the main character sprite of this game. The game is going to be called Aldora. This is the literal world of Aldora, and basically it's going to go off some of the same systems of Void, Edge of Existence, some of the aspects of Alone with the two-dimensional sprites in a 3D world. The only thing that's really 3D is the landscape. Everything else will be 2D. I'm working out quite a lot of things at this moment in time. Some of the elements are actually doing all this stuff. And the great thing about this is I'm actually drawing all of the assets and then digitizing them. So basically, whatever you see on the screen that's moving right now, I've drawn and animated myself. Now, customary to belief, some of my friends have said their the character sprite's legs is a little bit janky. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to keep that. It looks quite well. The common sense is we're going to work out a benchmark and then release a demo. So basically what we're going to be doing is over the next few weeks or months or what have you, however long it takes, I want to build out the initial starting zone and interaction between the entire game, opening people up to the actual game. It's going to go to 1 to 100 in level. I have a complete kernel spreadsheet going about all of this and the base quest lines of everything, along with anything that is starred, needs to be built. This means that the game is currently being built at this moment in time. I've done quite a few different types of things in regards to all of this. I've built out the initial UI and I've done some floaty stuff. So when it comes towards your attacking animations, I've actually got attacking already done. Earth Essence ability, which you'll be able to switch out for more powerful Earth Essences. The interaction is at number 3, where you interact with a different type of object. Number 4 is for your skills. It's a little bit blank at this moment in time, but yeah, we're getting there. The number 5 is your mount, which the sprite will change and your movement speed will increase, and then you dismount. because I want mounts in this game. Along with that, I've added a compass when it comes towards the questing and your essence bar for using your magical effects and abilities and all that stuff. Yes, key binding will be allowed on the initial release. It's actually building out everything to go with this. I think this gives it a bit more of a nice feel with this aesthetic, a 2D sprites in a 3D world, and building that into a bit of an open world game, but it's more of a traditional RPG with multiple storylines when it comes towards Void, because there's so many different things at play, like Aronia, the Ashali, the dragons of the mythos, the demons and demonic, and everything in between. So for this world building project, I'm building out Aldora, I'm doing it, I'm going to build a demo, and then we'll release that to Steam, and then we can all, if you are coming along with this on this, I'm going to be releasing a devlog every single week until it is done. And even if I do just a little bit, a devlog will come out. And we're just going to build out an entire flipping world with a questing system and everything. When it comes towards systems, we're going to have I've got to get the inventory system, questing system, combat system, skill system, mountain system. The create character, as I want people to be able to actually create their own characters, not just have the base sprite. I've already worked that out and how to do directional movement for that, and working out all of the different types of things. The weapon and armor system, so you can craft your own items with your professions, which at the moment in time I have decided we're having a blacksmith, alchemist, carpenter, leatherworker, tailor, and a builder. Because I want a housing system, but that will not come in the demo. But I would like customized housing anywhere you want in the world. Along with that, I have to do world generated quest systems. I want basically seasonal quests and reputation system and a housing system to go along with that. Following on with that, when it comes towards your carpenter, I would love specializations so you can actually make a ship. So anything from WoW that I really wanted, like a carpenter profession, I'm building it and I'm putting it into my game instead, because Blizz won't do that, so I'm going to do it. So I want a ship and I want to be able to sell that to Dalendor. Yeah. The main quest line is obviously your starting zone of Talendar Village, where actually, if you read the manga and also read a little bit of the backstory on the actual website, dalagggstudios.com, you can actually find out that the main character from the manga, Andril, is from Talendar Village. I thought that would be a nice little concept to everything and just build it all out in general. Following on to that, this is just a rough design of everything on the kernel. There is a load of different types of things that I have to actually build out. The systems have to come first before we actually start developing any different types of sprites. I've done some base sprites and some interactables in order to make sure things work, such as like firing your earth essence at things. So obviously I made them slow, and yeah, they keep going for like a good while. Obviously movement speed will increase. You can actually take out objects and all that. I need to make animations for all of that and make them modular. However, we're using this base sprite in order to get all of the animations correctly, and then once we've got that, we can then make our variations on our characters, such as like skin color, hair, different types of hairstyles, male, female, different types of races with the Ashar, with the elves, dwarves, humans. I'm going to have 3 races to start with, and then as it progresses, then we'll add more races, because once you've built the initial system to customize your character, you can then do that. And then they'll have a preference essence that they're naturally assigned to in the lore, and then we can just implement that lore into the game and just keep everything super simple, such as the attacking is literally one thing, and your essence, you only use one different type of essence ability that you can choose from. And by keeping simplicity in mind, you will be able to build out a world that actually works out quite well, and you can go ahead and do all of the things you want. In regards to currencies and all that stuff, I'm just sticking with gold because that's the most simplistic thing for most people to understand. And other than that, this is the world building project of Aldora. I'm starting it. and it's going to be added to the Void universe. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and you can find out any other different types of updates throughout the week before I release one of these devlog updates on the Discord, which you'll find a link in the description down below. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.